Okay, great. Hi, Amy. Thanks for joining me today to talk about Uniting.
Thanks, Anton. It's nice to be here.
I'm keen to explore and learn a bit more about your journey and kind of what you've been through in your time with Uniting. And I was reading that you've been with the organisation now for around 3 years or so. I'm just interested to learn what changes you've seen in the time you've been with the organisation.
Yeah, so about 2 years before I joined Uniting, they merged. So there was about 26 founding agencies that merged 5 years ago now on one day. So all biggest merger in Australian history. They all came together in one foul swoop and became one organisation. So over the 2 years before I was here, there was an awful lot of work done in trying to unpack and reset. And that was really part of what I came in to assist with, was organising ourselves and getting ourselves really on the one page. So we started with 26 sets of everything, 26 sets of infrastructure stuff, 26 sets of policies, procedures, the works. You think of anything, 26 different organisations coming together. So it was a lot of foundational work. And from an IT perspective, right through until last year, so the first sort of 4 years of the merger, the focus was really on migration of platforms. So an awful lot of work done in getting us on one safe, secure and solid platform. Yep. And we've just last year passed the ISO security accreditation. So we've gone through with shining colours, which is really exciting. I think as an organisation in the social services sector, you don't often have such strong platforms, and we're very proud of ours. It's given us a real solid foundation on which to grow. And now we're in a space where we're ready to launch into the next steps. We've got our foundation to work from, and we're ready to build in terms of expanding all of our client-facing type technologies, all of the client management systems and client relationship management across the top, so a CRM across the top. So that's really our goal for the coming couple of years, really.
Yeah, fantastic. And so that's moving in feet, 26 different ways of running an entity. And then picking out the best of that, and I guess through that now getting to a place where you've consolidated and got the ISO. That's an incredible achievement. And as you touched on there, I guess what's happening right now you're excited about is where you're going with the client-facing bit by the sound of things.
Yeah, so towards the end of last year, we did a co-design with stakeholders across the organisation, including getting consumer voices and working with our IT team to develop the new technology strategy for Uniting. And that's come together brilliantly. It's really wonderful to be able to get the voices of our technology users across the organisation, who are really diverse, and understanding what they need from us as a technology team to really make technology an enabler of excellence at Uniting. We have our whole methodology of working across Uniting is really understanding what excellence means and working to that. We don't work to accreditation standards. We don't work to, lowest common denominator legislation. We work to understand what excellence means and work to that. That becomes our goalpost, and that's what we do on all fronts. And technology is one of those pieces where we're not aiming for standard, we're aiming for excellence and understanding really what that means for our programs across the organisation. We are one of the biggest providers of community services, so from a technology perspective, the opportunities to come into an organisation this big and have the impact that you can here is phenomenal. Last year, or actually the year before, we implemented an incident management system, and in effect, we implemented the largest incident management system in Victoria and Tasmania. Yeah, so we implemented something that was just us in our little team. We knew how to do it, we knew what we were doing, and we knew why. And we involved our stakeholders right from the word go. And yeah, one foul swoop, we've done one of the biggest technology implementations that you can be involved in. So the opportunity to get involved in having a big impact in the social services space is huge here, and it's different to what you can get anywhere else.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think probably most people looking in from the outside that are not familiar with the organisation wouldn't expect that. They wouldn't expect the scale of the opportunity. And I think one of the things that's really stood out for me is the strong commitment that you have to engage with ICT as an organisation. And you've just shared some great examples there. Is there anything else or any other areas where you've got as examples where you are adding value?
Yeah, so as part of our technology strategy, we have just recently in the last month gone through to the board and sought investment. So beyond the budget, investment in setting up all of our CRM and CMS roadmap. We have the technology strategy is really diverse. It covers everything from telephony through to, client-facing applications and, things on phones. It's all sorts of stuff. But the piece that we couldn't afford to do within our baseline budget was really the implementation of new client management systems. Yeah. So we put together a budget proposal for that and was successful first go. So the board have invested in that. They've given us more than what we originally asked for over the coming 3-year period. So we don't have to. It's not a case of beg, borrow type approach to the funding. They know that it's going to cost money to get where we want to go. We guesstimated about what that will cost. It's very hard to know exactly what different applications will cost and for different sizes of teams. But they were more than happy to invest in that. So the board are super keen, and obviously the internal executive group are as well. So they've asked us to go back and present to them every 6 months on where we're up to, understanding where the priority areas are. Uniting changes on a daily basis. We offered new programs in the back of Gippsland. We pick up different things in Tassie. We sometimes hand over programs to other organisations that are better placed to support those consumers. So things move and shift all the time. So we never set priorities now for what's going to happen in 5 years' time. That's not how we work. So we're very much an agile approach to prioritisation, but knowing that we don't have to worry about where the money's coming from for these pieces of work is really amazing. So we're in a very fortunate space in the social services arena.
Fortunate but incredibly exciting. I think, and again, it's opened my eyes, I guess, to the agility of what you are as an organisation, where you've got the passion for technology and the funding and a great opportunity for people to come into the organisation and contribute to that, and no doubt upskill themselves, be involved in a project there that's critical to the board and to the key stakeholders as well across the business. So what a great learning experience for somebody as well in an organisation with such strong purpose. And the way that you add back to the community. So I think that's incredibly compelling and an exciting journey that you've got ahead of yourselves.
Yeah, it is good. I think there's lots of different things that are going on. My background is I'm normally the General Manager of Quality and Compliance. I've been acting head of IT for about 6 months now, and there really is there's no cut-off of what is IT and what is any of the other teams. The interface is completely smooth. One of the things that we're looking at the moment in starting up is a technology internship program that'll kick off next year, really to put a shout out to people who are wanting to get involved in the community sector in those technology roles. That you can do anything from cloud engineering through to data governance and data analysis and reporting, or SharePoint type stuff. There's the breadth of things that you can get a finger into in an organisation like this is just astronomical. It's a phenomenal opportunity to be able to get in and get involved and work with a really diverse team.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much, Amy. It's been fascinating to learn about what's going on there at Uniting. And as I say, I think you present an incredible opportunity for people to come and get involved in this.
Yeah. Thanks for your time.
No worries. Thank you.